Good morning, Salamanca. Good morning, culture. Good morning, history. Good morning, hospitality. Good morning, learning. Good morning, clean and fresh air. Good morning, gastronomy. I'll stop here, the list is very long. Good morning, dear guests. My name is Munir Bultaifa, and I am PCT World Vice President in charge of Government Relations and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And this week, I am happy to be your Master of Ceremony. Your Excellencies from Spain and elsewhere, Lord Waverley, ladies and gentlemen, you are most welcome to Peace City World Congress 23 to celebrate the announcements for Peace City Salamanca and few peace villages in Africa. To also explore other smart cities, projects, and opportunities. To know better investors and industry leaders who make smart cities happen. And also to join forces to build a better world for humanity and profit from doing good. Together this week, we are considering partnering for a better future of humanity and planet. We are already working in alignment with Sustainable Development Goals number 17. We are in Salamanca City, within Salamanca Province, in Castilla y León region, in Spain, in Europe. And I'm honored to invite on stage Mr. John Mavrak, Peace City World Chairman. May I also invite on stage Dr. Riadh Toukabri, Peace City World President. I'm honored to invite Mr. Francisco Javier Iglesias, President of Salamanca Provincial Council. It's my honor to invite on stage Mr. Carlos Garcia Carbayo, Mayor of Salamanca. And I'm happy to invite Mr. Ricardo Rivero Ortega, Rector, Salamanca University. Please have a seat. So, Mr. John Mavrak, PCT World Chairman, with your welcoming words, you visited Salamanca already many times, and it looks like you love the city. Obviously, you feel there is an important potential for economic development here. Would you explain in a few minutes?
Thank you, Munir. Salamanca is a beautiful city. I was invited here about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, and I never heard of Salamanca before. I saw the beauty, I saw the warmth of the people, and I saw the potential as an economic hub, and I saw the potential to actually make a better world here for future generations. With the 40,000 students that reside here and who are going to school here, about 10,000 graduate every year. So we're looking at a way that we can create jobs for these students and the people and the citizens here so that the population doesn't continue a decline and that we can build a new important city around the existing city for the next 1,000 years, and that we can actually have a future for these young people. Dr. Riadh and I, we created Peace City World in 2019, and we experienced COVID. And we actually met in Seoul, Korea at a UN Peace Day conference that we were both speakers at. And at that conference, we talked about how we could address the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So later on, we bumped into each other again in Singapore and in Jakarta. And one morning, Riadh came to me at breakfast and said, why don't we start a company to address these goals and do something for humanity. So we decided to actually create Peace City World. And we think that by sustainable development, we can address all of these goals. And you know, everybody in the world can contribute to this. So we built a platform to invite the world to participate. And inviting the world to participate, you know, we are including thousands of people from 50, 60 countries to participate, different types of investors, from angel investors to financial banks and institutions, from companies that will provide letters of credit, that will provide SBLCs, that will create bonds. And through this, and corporations, you know, if you go to a city that has a great vision, like we have for Salamanca, then people will come. This is what happened in Dubai. They had a vision, and they created it, and they attracted the world. And it's that great vision that actually attracts people to make it special. Salamanca is already special. Salamanca is a beautiful place. I mean, my heart is in this place. And so we can only make it better. We want to make it sustainable. We want to create jobs here. We want to have the students want to stay on here after university. We want the young people who are born here to live here. And we welcome all of you, and we welcome all your participation. We have actually created this for you, for your children, for our children, and for the future of the planet. We live in a world where there's perpetual war. Since I was born, this earth has not been without war. Okay, we spend $10 trillion a year on defense, weapons, and security, national security. If we can have a more peaceful world, just 2% is more than all the global charity, all the foreign aid in the world. And think what $10 trillion a year could do to better feed people. We have people here who have great experience in food production and scientific. We have people who have educational ability. We have people with science ability. And all of us together can make a better world. So we're here to do that, and thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. John Mavrak. Dr. Riadh Toukabri, Peace City World, has chosen Salamanca to make announcements about projects and partnerships in Europe and Africa. Can you tell us very quickly more with your welcoming speech in a few minutes, please? What are these, in brief, small announcements?
In brief, in Peace City World, we was working since months, okay? And we choose Salamanca to be the start of our cosmic vision. And from Salamanca, we will build the first smart economic peace city in Salamanca, where we will put all our efforts, all our finances, all our new technologies to be for us as a sample for the other 19 peace cities all over the world. So I thank you very much for this opportunity, but be sure that our team was working very hard to build the best smart city in our 20s, so to be for you and for us as a sample to start our cosmic vision, where we gathered more than 500 companies, banks, funds, sovereign funds from all over the world. So for this target to build smart cities in Peace City object for all the 5 continents.
Thank you, Dr. Riadh. Thank you very much. Mr. Francisco Javier Iglesias, in addition to your welcoming words, would you share with us your vision for the development of Salamanca province in the coming decade in a few minutes, please?
Muchas gracias. Permítame que hable en mi lengua materna, el español, aquí en Salamanca. Es un placer compartir con todos ustedes este espacio de oportunidades, este espacio de futuro, con el señor alcalde de la ciudad de Salamanca, con el señor rector de la Universidad de Salamanca y, por supuesto, con John, querido John, placer volverte a ver, y con el presidente de Peace City World. y, por supuesto, con todos ustedes, inversores, autoridades de todo el mundo, a los alcaldes y alcaldesas del resto de la provincia aquí representados. No en vano yo les represento a ellos, a los alcaldes, a las alcaldesas del resto de la provincia que conforman y pueden conformar el proyecto futuro de PCW. Salamanca es muchas cosas, pero sobre todo es un espacio de convivencia, de estabilidad política y de estabilidad institucional. Es un espacio de colaboración, tenemos espíritu colaborador entre nosotros, y si hay un lugar en España, en Europa, donde lo que se ofrece es certidumbre, seguridad para las inversiones, en la que se ofrece honestidad, trabajo y se ofrece seguridad para esa inversión, es precisamente la ciudad de Salamanca y la provincia de Salamanca. Como decía, aquí nosotros estamos acostumbrados, está en nuestros genes el colaborar, el hablar. Salamanca conforma un espacio colaborativo de diálogo, de cambio de impresiones, de escucha y de ofrecer a la sociedad un espacio humano y un espacio donde el desarrollo puede prender. Pero al mismo tiempo, Salamanca es una ciudad y es una provincia del conocimiento. No en vano, aquí está el rector de la universidad, y en Salamanca hay dos universidades, la universidad pública, con en torno a 30.000 estudiantes, y la universidad pontificia, que tiene unos 4 o 5.000. 35.000 estudiantes que hacen posible que Salamanca se mueva y que Salamanca produzca y tenga talento para innovar, para ofrecer futuro, y donde el conocimiento se hace presente en esa labor, en ese espacio colaborativo interinstitucional. Por eso creo que Salamanca es una gran oportunidad, creo que Salamanca ofrece los cimientos necesarios para las inversiones más exigentes, y que Salamanca puede ser una posibilidad interesante. Y para terminar, nosotros lo que podemos ofrecer desde las instituciones es la mano tendida. Nosotros estamos preparados, nosotros estamos convencidos que desde este espacio colaborativo, desde este espacio donde el talento se hace presente, es posible que haya un futuro extraordinario para los habitantes de esta tierra y para el resto del mundo. Por lo tanto, gracias por estar aquí, gracias por confiar en nosotros y en nuestra tierra, y es un placer estar al servicio de las personas, que es para los que estamos, todos los que estamos aquí. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much, Mr. Francisco Javier Iglesias. Mr. Carlos Garcia Carbayo, in addition to your welcome message, would you please share with us your development ambition and strategy for Salamanca City in the coming decade?
Muchas gracias. Bienvenidos a Salamanca. Para nosotros es un gran honor acoger aquí este congreso, querido presidente, querido John, queridos amigos de PCW. Ayer mismo yo estaba en Madrid ante personas llegadas de toda España y me pedían que en un minuto explicara cuáles son las bondades de la ciudad de Salamanca. Lo primero que dije es algo bien evidente. Salamanca es una obra de arte. Y a partir de aquí hay unas notas que están muy presentes en la vida de nuestra ciudad y de los municipios que nos rodean, el conocido como Alfoz de Salamanca, a cuyas alcaldesas y alcaldes les envío el más afectuoso abrazo. Salamanca es una ciudad de concordia, es una ciudad que casa muy bien con la palabra paz. es un ejemplo de colaboración, es un ejemplo de diálogo, de reflexión, de acuerdos, porque a veces no basta dialogar si no se es capaz de llegar a acuerdos. Y esto es lo que a través de la colaboración y la coordinación entre instituciones conseguimos que sea realmente la base sobre la que se asienta el desarrollo de Salamanca. El acuerdo no solo dentro de la capital de Salamanca, sino también con los municipios, fundamentalmente de nuestro Alfoz, por ser el ámbito más cercano, pero también con el conjunto de la provincia. Y esta estabilidad política, institucional, económica y social, porque participan también las asociaciones de empresarios aquí presentes, igualmente mi más cariñoso saludo, y los sindicatos, facilita que las empresas puedan volcarse en lo suyo, que es crear riqueza, crear empleos sin estar condicionadas ni distraídas por conflictos indeseables. Por lo tanto, Salamanca ofrece el ámbito más propicio, más seguro para desarrollar una actividad empresarial, y eso ligado a las facilidades que en todos estos municipios ofrecemos a las empresas para constituirse y para crecer. Yo hablaba también de que estos momentos son propicios para Salamanca porque a través del trabajo que se está haciendo en nuestras universidades, en nuestros centros de investigación, a través de la colaboración que desde el Ayuntamiento, desde la Diputación, estamos prestando a la Universidad de Salamanca, podemos desarrollar programas conjuntos que lo que hacen es convertir a Salamanca en un foco de atracción para la ciencia, la investigación y la tecnología. Investigadores que estaban desarrollando su función en otros países vuelven a Salamanca. Nuestros graduados, ese talento que es tan necesario para las empresas, se quedan en Salamanca porque tienen oportunidades. Y también conseguimos hacer cantera trabajando con los estudiantes de secundaria, con los estudiantes de formación profesional, para que entre ellos la cultura de la ciencia vaya creciendo. Y con todas estas mimbres, lo que está ocurriendo ahora en Salamanca es que se está creando un desarrollo tecnológico y logístico que es la clave de nuestro crecimiento. Esta ciudad va a crecer gracias fundamentalmente a la tecnología. Hay muchas personas, fundamentalmente en el ámbito de la universidad, pero también pequeñas y medianas empresas que ya están descollando en el campo tecnológico, que nos aseguran que en el futuro ese crecimiento está asegurado. Pero necesitamos los mejores socios. Algunos de esos socios van a estar presentes en este congreso. Son algunas de las principales empresas del mundo y nosotros queremos tener buenos amigos, ofrecemos unos buenos valores para dar seguridad, para dar confianza, para dar tranquilidad. Y en relación a ello, apunto, es muy importante de cara al futuro fijarnos en lo que representa en Salamanca el Centro Internacional del Español. Esta no es una ciudad cualquiera, tampoco en lo que se refiere a la lengua española. Es la capital de la enseñanza del español, por tradición, por ese gran trabajo que se ha venido realizando y por los fantásticos proyectos que hay de cara al futuro en la digitalización o en la enseñanza online. Así que también el español, también la enseñanza del español ofrece gran potencial económico y empresarial. Y nosotros seguramente vamos a necesitar también socios para que este desarrollo sea lo más potente posible, en lo que en conjunto es una gran ciudad cultural, con una cultura de calle cada día más conocida y atractiva para quienes nos visitan. Por lo tanto, son valores, insisto, que encajan muy bien en lo que representa la idea Pit City. Son valores que hay que tener muy presentes. La seguridad que se vive en esta ciudad, ya quisieran, por desgracia, tenerla en otros lugares del mundo. Esa tranquilidad la podrán disfrutar durante estos días para pasear, sea de día, sea de noche, por cualquier barrio de nuestra ciudad. Es la que cada día atrae más a Salamanca a muchas personas de otros países. Cuando uno viaja a otro país, otra de las cuestiones que tiene que tener en cuenta es la sanidad. Y ese es otro de los puntos fuertes de Salamanca. Contamos con un hospital de última generación, con los mejores equipamientos y con unos profesionales fantásticos. De manera que uno puede estar muy tranquilo cuando viene a Salamanca en todos los aspectos. Y si hablamos de construir ciudades del futuro, de la Smart City, de la sostenibilidad ambiental, yo quiero recordar que esta es la primera ciudad patrimonio de la humanidad que está desarrollando una gran infraestructura verde. La pueden ustedes apreciar si se dan un paseo a lo largo de nuestro río Tormes, bien abrigado estos días porque parece que aprieta un poco el frío, aunque aquí para el frío tenemos también buenos abrigos. Si alguien hubiera podido dibujar, diseñar, proyectar en un papel una ciudad ideal, bien pudiera haber sido Salamanca. Pero Salamanca tiene muchísimas capacidades para ser desarrollada, tiene muchísimo potencial y necesitamos socios y amigos que nos ayuden a seguir dibujando esta ciudad tan maravillosa. Así que muchísimas gracias por querer ser esos amigos y esos socios que son tan necesarios, como decía, para que esta ciudad crezca, para que esta ciudad siga reverdeciendo sus laureles y marcando el paso del mundo como lo ha hecho durante tantos y tantos siglos. Ese es nuestro objetivo y por eso contamos con nuestros amigos de PCW. Muchísimas gracias a todos ustedes.
Thank you, Mr. Carlos Garcia Carbayo. Mr. Ricardo Rivero Ortega, in addition to your welcoming speech, one Salamanca citizen out of 4 is a student in university. As rector of Salamanca University, would you share with us in a few words, how do you see the future of education in Salamanca?
Bien, muchas gracias. Buenos días. Gracias a los organizadores, autoridades, señor alcalde, presidente de la Diputación. Gracias a este magnífico congreso. Bienvenidos a todos los participantes, conferenciantes, a quienes hacen posible la colaboración en esta magnífica ciudad de Salamanca, provincia, territorio abierto al mundo. Se ha dicho, la Universidad de Salamanca es una de las fortalezas. Las universidades en Salamanca aportan una connotación, una característica internacional, la afluencia de estudiantes de todo el mundo, 4.000 estudiantes de todos los países, de 5 continentes estudiando en la universidad este año, más los 10.000 que asisten cada curso para aprender la lengua y la cultura española. Salamanca y su universidad son los lugares adecuados para acercarse al español, la lengua de 600 millones de personas en el mundo. Esta es una tierra dura, pero abierta y con muchas capacidades. 50 grados de diferencia entre el verano y el invierno, pero siempre un cielo azul que mantiene la mente despejada y el tono de trabajo, de laboriosidad de las instituciones públicas y privadas que colaboramos siempre en pos de los mismos objetivos. Lo ha dicho el presidente de la Diputación, también el señor alcalde. Una de las características singulares de Salamanca es la colaboración constante, el alineamiento de todos los responsables públicos y también con los emprendedores privados para lograr el mejor desarrollo, oportunidades para nuestros jóvenes, los jóvenes de Salamanca, del territorio circundante, pero también todo ese talento internacional que esperamos atraer. Para los inversores, este es un lugar apropiado, es seguro, es un lugar donde se protege la propiedad, se protege también la libertad de comercio, la libertad de empresa y se orienta hacia otros lugares del mundo, América, Europa, el norte de África, con la determinación constante de seguir generando riqueza para el mejor futuro, el de Salamanca y el de toda la tierra. Gracias.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Presidents. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Mr. Rector, for your warm welcome. I think PCW has a gift to present to you, so let's invite the gift on stage. Thank you very much. Before making the first announcement of this great week, let me invite on stage Mr. David Mingo, Mayor of Santa Marta de Tormes, Mr. Manuel Hernández Perez, Mayor of Doninos de Salamanca, Mr. José Buenaventura Recio Garcia, Mayor of Villares de la Arena, Ms. Maria Teresa Garcia Perez, Mayor of Pelabravo, Ms. Maria Concepcion Migueles Simón, Mayor of Alba de Tormes Alcade, Mr. Pedro Samuel Martin, Mayor of Carbajosa de la Sagrada Alcade, Mr. Marcelino Mateos Hernández, Mayor Calvarosa de Abajo, Mrs. Eva María Picado, Mayor Ayuntamiento de Machacón. Mrs. Ines Martin Rodriguez, Mayor Villa Gonzalo de Tormes. Mr. Angel Luis Peralvo Santron, Mayor Villa Mayor. So, that's good. We are going to take a family photo, and then we will close this session with the announcement by the Mayor of Salamanca. Just let us know when the family photo is done. Okay, so let's close it. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, señoras, señores. We wish all the best to Peace City Salamanca. Thank you very much. We are starting the next session immediately, and then we will go to the break, of course, to the coffee break. So may I invite on stage Mr. José María Fuentes Rodriguez, advisor to the Joint Ministerial Committee of the Board of Governors of the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. It's my honor to invite Mr. Fernando Castaño Sequeros, Senior Deputy Mayor and Councillor for Tourism and Relations with the Universities, Salamanca City Council. And I'm also happy to invite Mr. Mehmet Seyfi Göl, Master Architect at PCT World. No worries, man. Mehmet is coming. Yeah. While Mr. Mehmet is joining the stage, we received a message from His Excellency, Mr. Khalfan Al-Mazroui from UAE, who will join us a little bit later today. So he will speak later during the week. Mr. José María Fuentes.
Hello? Yeah.
You are born in Salamanca. Is your mic working?
Hello?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I tried that already, this morning.
It's working?
So probably we need another mic. Can we get a mic for José, please? Production. Or probably José, come here.
Okay.
That's much better. So my question was, you were born in Salamanca, you are a Salamanca citizen now, and I'm asking you, how did this passion for the development of Salamanca come to you, and how you come from an idea to a project? The floor is yours.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Well, as citizen of Salamanca, somebody who has been living here for 25 years, it happened to me what happened to a lot of people in the region and in the city, that is the lack of sound opportunities for everybody. Salamanca, as you heard, has 2 universities. Thousands of students are graduating every year, and they cannot accommodate their knowledge and their experience to companies that are in Salamanca. So PCT World will bring that to the city and the province, and will make able to grow the population of an area of Spain that is losing citizens year by year. PCT World can change the future of the city of Salamanca and its province, becoming one of the most important cities in Spain, and also positioning itself as the biggest logistic hub in the west of Peninsula Iberica, with the agreements that has the city with the Portuguese ports of Aveiro and Porto. So this is a great opportunity for the city. From the multilateral perspective, from the international institutions that I represent, we believe that these projects align perfectly with the strategy that these institutions promote, since they are going to comply with all the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations and all the principles, ESG, environmental, social, and governance. So we believe that this project can change the future in a sustainable way, and I am glad to be here in the city that I have been raised and lived for 25 years, seeing how the city has the opportunity to change its future for the next hundreds of years, as PCD World Chairman said previously. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. José María Fuentes. It is always interesting to analyze how an idea matures into a great idea and keep maturing to become a project. One of the visionaries who contributed to this maturing idea is Mr. Fernando Castaño Sequeros, Senior Deputy Mayor and Councillor for Tourism and Relations with Universities within Salamanca City Council. Mr. Fernando, how did this Peace City Salamanca concept mature? The floor is yours. I hope your mic works.
Voy para allá.
Oh, it works. So you can keep sitting.
Sí, sí, ya, pero
That's work.
prefiero. Sí. Gracias, Munir. Prefiero estar de pie, porque así os veo mejor. Bien, bienvenidos. Podéis ver que Salamanca es un lugar fantástico, es un lugar precioso. Luego veréis que también se come muy bien, es muy segura. Pero a mí de Salamanca lo que más me gusta decir es que es también un lugar muy mágico. A veces parece un puerto espacial de estos de la Star Wars, porque siempre, durante todo el año, tenemos más, conviviendo aquí en la ciudad, más de 130 nacionalidades distintas. Yo descubrí que Salamanca era el lugar mágico en el lugar más remoto para mí, que era la India. Deseaba ir a la India para descubrir aquella antigua cultura. Y allí en medio del Nepal descubrí el símbolo de Salamanca, que es un botón charro. Y allí me dijeron, no, esto no es un botón charro, esto es un mandala, tiene más de 5.000 años de antigüedad. Entonces me di cuenta que Salamanca la fundó Oriente, que tenemos más de 3.000 años de antigüedad y que vinieron desde muy lejos a fundar esta pequeña ciudad. Esta ciudad que ha sido muy importante durante los últimos 500 años, porque no hay ningún país de los que están aquí representados cuya sociedad actual se pueda entender sin Salamanca. Puede parecer pretencioso, pero es así. Si pensamos, por ejemplo, en la globalización, a lo mejor podemos pensar en Internet, pero la primera globalización se produjo con el descubrimiento de América, y de aquí partió el mandato a Colón para descubrir e ir a las Américas. Si estamos pensando ahora mismo en las inversiones, en el libre mercado, también fue aquí, en la Escuela de Salamanca, todo ello, donde se crearon las normas del mercado actual, pero incluso la gravedad. Podemos pensar también en Newton, pues 70 años aquí en el seno de nuestra universidad se estudiaba ya la gravedad. Y si queremos hablar de los derechos humanos, también a principios del siglo XVI fue Salamanca el primer lugar del mundo donde se consagraron los derechos humanos, los derechos de toda persona, sin distinción de sexo, raza o religión, precisamente fue aquí, en Salamanca. Y el calendario, si ahora mismo estamos en la fecha en la que estamos, es porque aquí en Salamanca, precisamente en las mismas fechas, se sustituyó un calendario que era obsoleto, que era juliano, por un calendario que es el que tenemos ahora de 365 días, más 4 años, cada 4 años, un día más en febrero. O el ajedrez, que es algo que nos trajeron los árabes, que tuvo muchísima importancia en nuestra península ibérica, la cultura árabe. Pues las reglas del ajedrez moderno también se consagraron y se compilaron aquí en el seno de nuestra universidad. Esa es la importancia de Salamanca. Estos 500 años hemos sido un faro para la humanidad. ¿Y qué le ocurre a Salamanca? Pues que cada año perdemos 1.000 habitantes. Y llevamos así décadas, casi 30 años perdiendo población. Y ahora miramos al mundo y miramos a los inversores de ese mundo, porque no se puede hacer algo. Como dijo aquí cuando estuvo el jeque Halfán, que le preguntaron que qué era lo más importante que para él tenía Salamanca, él respondió que Salamanca tiene las cosas que no se pueden comprar con dinero. Nosotros tenemos un patrimonio cultural, pero también tenemos un patrimonio de jóvenes, más de 30.000 estudiantes todos los años. Un patrimonio que se nos va, porque formar a un joven a lo largo de su vida nos va a costar, alguien que acaba la universidad, durante toda su vida, en alimentos, en educación, formarlo cuesta casi 300.000 euros. Y sin embargo ese talento se nos escapa y se va a otros países, a otras regiones. Y allí, desde el punto de vista económico, va a devolver esa inversión, la va a devolver en más de 10 veces o 15 veces lo invertido. El patrimonio está aquí. Tenemos la fuerza de la universidad, tenemos la fuerza de la ciudad y los salmantinos, además, somos muy hospitalarios. Por tanto, sed bienvenidos y estaríamos encantados y nos gustaría poder realizar algún plan que traiga esa prosperidad a esta tierra, esa prosperidad que tuvo en el pasado y que creemos firmemente que puede tenerla en el presente actual. Muchísimas gracias. ¿Qué tal?
Thank you very much, Mr. Fernando Castaño Sequeros. Coming from Ankara, Turkey, Mr. Mehmet Seyfi Göl, chief architect and smart city master planner at PCT World. He is the president of Bomar Construction, president of Architectural Design Company, University Instructor, Faculty of Architecture at Middle East Technical University in Turkey. I will stop here since the bio is very long. Just to mention, Mr. Mehmet Seyfi Göl contributed to projects in Africa, America, Asia, Europe, and Middle East, of course. Would you share with us an overview of PCT Salamanca map? The stage is yours, and I hope production is going to share the screen.
Shall I come there?
If your mic is working, you can be free.
No problem, no problem. So, the leaders of the region, the citizens of Salamanca, and our guests from international arena, it's a pleasure for me to address it to you from here. And I am very pleased and proud to have a saying on the master development of Salamanca. Now, it is very difficult to make a peace city in an already peaceful city. So, if we take it from scratch, the prime need of people as food and shelter, the food is easy because you can always select your food. But once you create your shelter, it's a stable position which you adapt yourself to the shelter. So with this understanding, when you adapt to the shelter, it becomes extremely important. And people have developed ideas to define the shelter for themselves. In the old days, it was very simple. Everybody wanted their shelter to be strong. Everybody wanted their shelter to be durable. Everybody wanted their shelter to be functional. Everybody wanted to make it economic. So these values were the targets in creating the city. Later on, as people had more experience and there had been more developments in industry, and social life patterns have been changed, then we developed the concept of sustainability. Sustainability concept is a very critical concept because you have to weight it from different angles. You have the sustainability of economics, you have the sustainability of the social life, you have the sustainability of the energies, and more importantly, you have to find a measure to optimize these values in creating your space. after that period, whatever we have done for the good of the people has also turned out for the disadvantage of the people. For example, we were using coal, which created a lot of pollution, so we have shifted to petroleum or natural gas. But petroleum and natural gas has also disadvantages, so now we are targeting to shift clean energy systems. And it is very, very critical that we address to all these values, such as climate change, such as excess amount of exhaust, such as greenhouse gas. So these values are our problems that we have to address nowadays. So today, people are trying to find ways to address to the climate change, to get rid of the damages that it can create for us in future, and to find much cleaner energies, such as the solar energy, such as the wind energy, and more importantly, the fusion energy, which is already on the stage, it's coming. So with these values, the architects are struggling to create a clean and healthy environment for people. But we all know that it is still not very clear.
Just to let you know, your video is ready whenever you want.
Yeah, okay. Just a 1 second. These targets are still not fully addressed. Everybody is struggling to create new energy systems, how to store the energy, how to distribute it. So whatever we are putting on the table as a solution is also becoming a problem. Just after that, we have experienced a period of information flow technologies development, which is extremely important because it's nowadays affecting our life. So when we are looking at the city, we are not looking at only the problems of clean energy, the climate control, the pollution, but now we have to address more values. These values are, for example, the collection of data. We have to be very careful in collecting the data in creating our cities. Data creation is not an easy task because it might be not true information, so we have to find the ways to judge it and make sure that the data is collected in a very professional way. And once we collect the data and try to make our designs accordingly, we have to also know the realities such as artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is becoming more and more important because computers are much faster than us. They are thinking faster, they are giving results faster. So in order to make a city design, we have to master the artificial intelligence arena. Another development is the robotics. Robotics is becoming very important. So all the services that we are handling at the moment will be handled by robots. And once it is handled by our robots, our targets will change. This computer development is also affecting the social patterns, the understanding of living. So this is also becoming very important. So on one hand, the robotics. On the other hand, the new developments, which we name under the word megaverse, is becoming tools for us to create the city. So with this understanding, we wanted to make the initial design for the city. And the only points that we depended so far was the land that was offered to us by the municipalities. So we had a border around the city of Salamanca, and we had to stay in that border. And another parameter we had in hand was the topography of the region. So we had to be very careful with the topography. So with this understanding, we just made a kind of bubble diagram of what could be done. And in that sense, we made a pre-master plan on which at least we can start thinking and discuss the future developments. If we may just have the map on the screen.
Yeah, we are going to have the map on the screen, and this map has been developed a few weeks earlier, and now we have more municipalities contributing to this project.
Okay, so this means there will be a change on the project. If we are not having it on the screen at the moment, and the borders will be widened, I can just mention about the critical points. One critical point was the improvement of the airport, because the existing population of Salamanca will increase with the new developments. So we thought that there is a need for a much more professional airport with longer landing areas. So just on the same location, we developed an area where we can have the services for aviation and where we can extend the airport. This airport on the east is defining a border for the city. And on the south of the city, we have a plain land. Topographically, it is the most plain land, where we wanted to have the center of the new city, because this center will become very important in future, since we didn't intend to interfere on any point in the existing city. The connection with the existing city to the border, to the newly developing areas, will be by a cable car. So this will be the only transportation system which carries itself to the other metro lines or tram lines. And these tram lines are giving service to all the critical areas of the city. The Salamanca city is approached by two major highways from Madrid. So you can see it there. The central city did not have any interference. It is just left as it is. And the airport, number 6, has to be extended. So on the east of the airport, we will have the services, and on the west, we can have residence areas related with the airport. The two major arteries coming from Madrid was kept as it is, and the land in between these two major lands was devoted for touristic activities and sports activities, so that these activities remain just on the center. As you can see, the new city was protected by a green belt, and it's separating the green belt with the city. And we have introduced another circulating green belt, which can also be used as a pedestrian walkway around the city. The tram line is connecting the airport to the major development areas and to the cable car system, which takes us to the center. So number 1 indicated there is going to be the new center of the city, and it will be expanded towards the east, creating a major residential area, and this is going to be the central activity area of the city. We didn't want to introduce too much cars to the city, so all these zones will be handled separately to address the requirement of the car systems. Number 9 is an area where there are a lot of farmhouses, so we wanted to keep the same pattern there, and the geometry would be difficult to handle. So this is going to be a farm housing area, and just the shore of the river is going to be used as a point of attraction. That is why the tram is going up to there. And on the north and northwest, we intended to put the housing development areas, and this area is supported by the train line already. So starting it's gone. But anyway, on the north and northwest, we have created the new housing area, and it is supported by the train line on the north. And on the southwest of the city is the industrial area. This industrial area has a problem, I think, because the dominant wind is from west and southwest in Salamanca. So we have to be careful that the pollution from the industrial area does not come to the city. Just next to the industrial area, there is a military zone, which we didn't want to interfere also. And following the military zone, there is the green areas. So we have tried to keep these green areas as they are, so that we don't interfere with the already existing green. And on the south and north of Salamanca, there are hills which can be used as a point of attraction. So we wanted to use this area also for development of hotels or other recreation areas. So at this stage, of course, the project is just a bubble diagram. We have to deal with the municipalities, try to get their already existing master plans so that we can apply the rules or already decided geometries to the new design. But in making this design, it is obvious that we will be working together with Spanish architects and planners. We already started working. Pablo is here, architect from Salamanca, who contributed a lot on the project. Our architects are here. Two lady architects have come here, and they had a lot of contribution on the design. So it is a long process. We have to cooperate together with the Spanish organizations, Spanish software writers. All professions that are included are going to be part of the team. So we are going to make it as a joint activity with all the citizens and hope that we will end up with a reasonable design. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mehmet. Now the time has come for presenting PCT World Congress 23 program overview very quickly. Today we have 7 sessions. After the opening ceremony and the family picture, we are going to have coffee break. Good news. Then, just after the coffee break, we will have Better Future for Humanity is a Priority. This session is going to take us until lunch. In the afternoon, we are going to have our business women and businessmen from Salamanca presenting to us how businesses prosper in Salamanca. Then we will have a second session, Security and Sustainability for Better Living in Smart Cities. And don't miss this evening a dinner cocktail and dance gala here in the Palacio de Congresos de Salamanca. Tomorrow, we are going to have the first session, let's say, Better Future for Humanity is a priority. Tomorrow we are going to have the first session, Food and Water Security with Air Quality session. This is we start with the most important things. Then we are going to have the session on the future of energy. Without energy, there is no development. Then we are going to have a session about financing smart cities. And without financing, there is no projects neither. And then we are going to have, well, financing smart cities is going to take 2 sessions. Then we will have a session, we end up with a session about inclusion and impact through smart cities. On Wednesday, we will have the future of transport, future of logistics, future of healthcare, and future of education. On Thursday, we are going to have innovation, and we are going to have projects in Asia and projects in Africa. On Friday, we are going to have a few sessions about PCT World and partners who are moving on already on projects. So you can have the details of the program if you scan the QR code that is at the back of your badge. So please check if it works. Also, at the back of your badge, you have another QR code for questions and feedback about each session. Just scan it, key in your question for the session in the form. We cannot guarantee, of course, our panelists can address all the questions after each session, but at least our team will select a couple of questions within the limit of the given time, and of course, the non-answered questions can be talked about during the breaks. Now, keep in mind, you will be free for lunch and a small tour in the center of Salamanca between 12:30 and between 1 and 2:30. Enjoy Salamanca and don't miss Plaza Mayor, where you have plenty of restaurants there and nearby. Our hostesses can recommend some for you if you want. Tonight, you are kindly invited to a dinner cocktail at 7:30 here in the Palacio, and we will have the dance gala at 9. Okay, so coffee, break time, enjoy it, and make sure you come back for the next session before 11 a.m. Thank you.